Hey, what's going on, y'all? Not the real Will Smith, and another for your mammy.
Mammy?
Mammy.
Yeah.
Call for your mama.
Mama.
Mommy.
Mom. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Call for your mama.
My finger.
Charlie bit me.
Charlie bit me. Hey, so we're on a little drive. Can't give out too much PII because the others are always watching. But the others. Anywho, good friend of mine's. What's your handles?
My Instagram is official Danny K _. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what to do. Follow me on
Danny
YouTube. I can't give you guys my Instagram and stuff yet because got some things going on. My Instagram's pretty private right now, but in the future it will be open back up for you guys to DM me and hit me up about. I do typical car content. So if there's something you don't want to say on YouTube, you definitely hit me up with DM. But until then, we'll use YouTube for now. Definitely shoot you guys my email. But anywho, what are we talking about today, Miss Danny K?
Relationship things. Yeah.
Okay. I'll let her start with the question.
I don't really have dang. I should have wrote some down.
Wrote some down. It's okay. You got to think off the dome. So I'm gonna say, what is the best relationship you've been in the past? Like, what is the best past relationship? And we talking about like romantic relationship, male or female? Romantic.
Damn, that's really good. Do I explain why as well?
Sure.
Like the reasoning why it was?
Yeah, because obviously it ended for some reason. Might have been different opinions. It can happen, and you amicably can
I feel
step
like
away.
my best romantic relationship was my worst relationship, period. Does that make sense? Like, okay, romantically.
1 second, you might have to pause that.
We're back.
My bad, we're back. I had to take a phone call. Danny was talking about the best relationship that she's had was also the worst one she had, which I don't really think counts, but
I only say that because before it was worse.
it was very good in the beginning.
Of course, but that's how a lot of relationships are. But I say that was the best because, like, you said romantically, right? Romantically, that was by far the best.
What made the relationship the best? Because we're sticking on positive portions of great relationships.
Yeah, so, like, when it first started, it was, like, smooth.
Like, how did you guys meet? And
Facebook.
y'all met on Facebook. He reached out to you, or you reached out to him?
Okay, it was... there was a post he made, and
Y'all was already friends on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, shit.
It just happened. Like, I don't even know who's in who with first. I don't know none of that. I'm playing. I'm joking, guys. Anyways, so basically, there was a post I seen that he, like, typed up. He was like a Facebook comedian, in a sense, like a troller. So, like, the post was to be funny, but it wasn't funny at all. Like, not one thing about the post was funny. So I had texted him and I was like, fuck you, nigga.
Like dark humor?
Super dark humor.
Mm.
But it was like you crossed the line.
Mm.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck you, and it went from there. He was like, dang, you're cute. And I was like, wow, fuck you, but like, thank you, you know? And it was like that. And then slowly, like, together, you know, go cute little dates and do stuff, and, you know? It was like, before it, because I did say that was my worst relationship, so before it got to being the worst, it was actually like, that's why I said it was like actually the best, because like it was just like little stuff, like different acts of intimacy that were showed. This relationship.
What is your love language?
Physical touch.
And did he respond well to that? Like, okay, I know that her love language is physical touch. Like,
Most definitely.
okay.
Definitely. Yeah. Let me think. Icks.
Okay, we'll go to the negatives. What's some icks about the relationship, and like at what point did it start?
Me?
Oh, this is a new question altogether.
Yeah.
Oh, what's icks that I have in general? Icks for me is communication. It's so funny because I'm in an anger management class, and we talked about that maybe 2 classes ago. Like things that bother you that could potentially cause you to go into an annoyed state, eventually angry if you don't address it, right?
Right.
And number one for me, I mentioned was communication. I don't like when people do things, their actions are doing something, but they're not communicating about it. If something is bothering you, I want you to speak on it. I like to handle stuff right as it happens. I don't like to sit on things so it can marinate, because that creates assumptions. It grows assumptions, and I like handling stuff at the source, so that way there's no room for assumptions. Like, hey, like just letting you know, like I'm annoyed because of this, that happened, like factual information, and this is what I want to be resolved. This is what the resolve I want from this conversation. Okay, boom, right? But if that doesn't happen, and the other individual shows actions that aren't necessarily provoking it, but more of like they're irritated as well because of it, but they're not expressing their irritation, or they're going to other people to communicate about the issue instead of handling the communication at its source, which would be me in that case. That bothers me a lot. I feel that that's like a form. It's like either a maturity thing or not good communication skills. But
I feel like, not to cut you off, I feel like that's a maturity thing.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I feel like that's a maturity thing. But it could be like, I don't know. But I feel like it's a maturity thing. Because as you grow, you
learn that.
Yeah, you know, when you're a kid, you can't communicate. Like, you're born, right? You're born, right? And you can't communicate at all. Not once, right? You have no maturity. You're just here, right? You can't say, I need this, or I need.
All you can do is
right?
cry.
Literally, right?
Yeah.
So as you get older, you can speak more. I'm hungry. Okay, you know, it's just like developing. That's why I say it's a maturity thing, because as you grow.
Sorry.
Damn. So as you grow, you get more mature, and you can speak on uncomfortable situations. You know,
Absolutely.
When you're younger, you don't really want to. First, you're like really young, like you can't speak on uncomfortable shit. You know, you can't say something that's like, you know. Then as you grow, it's kind of like, damn, it might be like coming from like a scared place to speak on something, or you know, like I just like that's a maturity thing. You know. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm glad you brought that up. So I went through, like, I had a parenting class, and there is this thing called like cognitive development. It's like 0 to like 0 months to like 12 months, right? That's like baby stage, and then 1 to 3 toddler,
Yeah.
And hold on, y'all, it's really bright out here, and I need to make sure I ain't getting no tickets because I can't see. But you have different developmental stages, and as you grow up, you have more cognitive, independence, right? You'll learn that there are things that you're gonna want. You're gonna know how to like communicate, right? But that's also reinforced by your parents.
Right.
So a lot of times, sometimes people don't know how to communicate well as an adult because they either weren't probably taught that as a kid, they had some childhood traumas that forced them to shut down because they don't know how to address those feelings. No one was there to be like, hey, this is okay, this is not okay to do. And it's so many different scenarios, right? So definitely, like, I give people grace with that, with the communication, but also if they don't choose to open up to me, hey, okay, I get that. But if you do open up to me, and then there's situations where you don't, and then those actions show. I'm speaking about like that type of scenario.
Right.
That bothers me as an ick. It's not
Right.
like, oh, I'm crying for information
But-
out of you.
So I'm not gonna justify it, you know, because you know that's an ick of yours, right?
Yeah.
But there's also people that, for an example, right? Okay, when I was younger, right, I could never speak on how I felt. I could never use I feel statements or I don't like or anything like that, right? But I could write them down and explain it to the T, right?
Right.
So it also like goes into like people also do communicate differently. So although somebody's not speaking about it, their actions can show, you know, or they can communicate in other ways, which is probably also what they're used to, but you may not be used to it. So it's just like they're not communicating, period. But people communicate in different ways, you know.
What? Seeing that, I know some stuff about you. Your relationship with your dad is obviously better, correct? Than your
It's
relationship with your mom.
Yeah,
What are
most definitely.
with your relationship being here with your dad? What is something that you wish he did with you as a child that you would incorporate into your future kids if you wanted to have some? That he didn't do, something that you wish he did, like you might have seen it. Okay, so what is something that you want him to do now as an
Okay.
adult for you to create the bond stronger? Because like once you become adult, like that relationship like with your parents is really important.
Yeah.
You're a full adult, so you absolutely know what you like, what you don't like, what you want, what you don't want, and your parent doesn't have that restriction over you because they're in charge of you type thing.
Right.
What is something that you would want your dad to do currently right now if he could?
I don't know. Me and my dad, we have like a growing relationship. I can't say good, but a growing one, right? So there's still like little things, right? If I'm communicating to him, he may not be the best communicator in that relationship, right?
Okay.
So sometimes it like I'm stepping in and I'm the adult when I'm speaking to somebody that's supposed to be adult. So if he could just maybe like, I don't know, if he could like maybe like have more understanding of
Empathy.
more empathy. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I feel like empathy and sympathy, right? Okay, those are two things that nobody necessarily like is gonna ask for, right? And that's also not something that everyone is gonna give you, you know.
Okay.
But I feel like from like father to daughter, I feel like you should show your kids empathy, especially like knowing the type of relationship we already have, the grounds of it. It's like, okay, I need to be more understanding of how she's feeling, or I'm not gonna just assume or jump to conclusions, you know. I think he should show more empathy as a father to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of preference with who I date. So if I had to create a perfect woman, right? Me personally, might sound cliche. I like a light-skinned woman, short light-skinned woman, not my height, not taller, short light-skinned woman with curly hair, right? Natural curly hair, natural face, right? They can beat their face and things like that. It embraces it, right? But I'm talking about naturally. When you wake up in the morning and you looking like crazy in the morning, crusty eyes, I'm like, damn, that crust bucket is so bad. She's so cute. Give me that morning breath. Come here, girl.
Oh,
But
wow.
I like that. What I don't like is when, and I, like I said, it's a personal thing that's kind of petty because maybe someone has insecurity. I don't like all the extra makeup all the time. I don't like all the extra wigs, especially if you don't need it. Like makeup in your face, the super long eyelashes, the super long nails, like stuff that's detracting you away from your physical appearance. Whole bunch of jewelry, like I'm talking about rings all over the place, like simplistic look. Like if you look at like women from the 90s, and I'm just referring it to like the classic black woman, might see him on sitcoms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, yeah.
I think of Nia Long when you say
Nia,
classic black
classic,
woman.
right? Didn't need no makeup. This girl could just be like
Jada back in those days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jada Pinkett back in those days. Stuff like that, like Halle Berry. You know, Sanaa Lathan, Love and Basketball. Sanaa.
I don't know.
Lisa Ray.
I know her.
Like young Lisa Ray. Y'all watch Player Gloves? Like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, trouble. So like that, and I'm just like, I'm talking about natural beauty. Like you put your hair in a bun. I'm like, damn. Like I really like when girls tie their hair up, and it really shows their definition of their face. I like when their hair is down and be straightened. They use the hot comb, you know, like the perms. I ain't really with the chemicals and stuff, but it was simplistic. It wasn't all this extra stuff that they do now. And I'm just saying that's what I'm attracted to. So if someone comes
like
to me,
ick, kind of.
it is an ick, but like I said, it's kind of like a petty ick.
Yeah.
Like when someone.
But that's also your preference ick. You know,
yeah, preference ick.
Icks are like stuff that you know, it's like you like. I feel like icks are selfish, but that's not a bad selfish because that's your preference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess I'll give a better example. I don't like hair on the floor. I absolutely don't like hair. And it's like, let me tell y'all, I'm blind as hell, y'all. Like, I can probably see the car right in front of me. I couldn't tell you what the words is on that car. I couldn't even tell you what this green sign is coming up until now, 329. See? And I was probably about a car length away from it. So, like, my vision is not the best. I do wear glasses. But when I see hair, it's like, my vision is like 40-20. Like, it's like, like I'm pinpointed on it and I'm going straight to it. I'm like, I'll stop, right? Like, for example, sometimes, like, Danny will look and she'll be like, what are you looking at? And I'm like, it's hair. And she's like, and I'll see it and I'm like, look, type joint. So that bothers me. And it doesn't bother me if you're like, oh, I see, oh yeah, I was doing my hair, let me clean this up, right? I used to date women in the past that like had super curly hair and it comes with my preference, right? So I get it. Or and she used to do her hair all the time. It was a CNA yesterday, and she would like do her hair like natural curls and stuff, like a black chick, not even like light skin, but I like the curly hair, the natural look. And she would just comb it, and you'll just see it flying all over the place. I'm like, ugh. And then she had like a little dog, and the little dog, you know, he like, and you'll see the hair, and I'll be like I don't want to overwhelm her, but like it's bothering me. And she used to get mad at me because I would like start picking the hair out of the carpet, like going around. I'll get like a little wet, like if I go pee or something, I'll get like a little wet paper towel or a toilet paper, and I'll go around the baseboards collecting all the hair. Because one thing I really don't like is stepping out the shower and it's hair on my toes. And it's TMI, only dudes understand this, but when you deal with a woman that has a lot of like hair that sheds, that stuff gets under your sack. And you be pulling, you be like, what the heck is this? Because you'll be washing, right? And then you'll feel your balls tug. You'll look, and you'll be like, what the heck? And you're like, it's like pulling toilet paper forever. It's like, yo. And it like, no homo, it even gets stuck in your butt crack. You be like, how, right? Sometimes it happens if you're doing adult things with your lady. And sometimes it just happens because you might just be sleeping in the bed and that little hair want to slip up in your underwear or something, like a little critter, like a weirdo. And you know, when you go shower and stuff, you'll see it in your underwears and stuff. But her house was bad. That was a really bad ick I had, because it got to the point where I wouldn't even, there'll be like gym clothes, I wouldn't even leave none of my clothes on the floor. Nothing to where the hair could just be like blown over to my clothes or anything like that. I didn't leave anything on the floor, not even my book bag from school, for college, because it was such a bad ick, and I got tired of that. And that's why like now, like specifically, like I like leather seats. I like leather seat covers because it's very easy to clean up and I don't gotta worry about that. And that's also why I love pets, but I would never own one for that reason. Hyperallergenic or not, I want a little Labradoodle, little, you know, or golden doodle. I'm sorry. Like if I could have a toy golden doodle that just never grows past my arm, perfect, right? I don't want no other dog. Not a big dog either. Less maintenance. But yeah, if I had to talk about
big
it,
big egg.
it's a big
Clearly,
egg, especially telling y'all, man, that's sad. Like, what the, like being choked up. Like, I'm sorry, brother. Yeah, so yeah. What's your next thing?
Me? What is an ick for me?
Oh,
Dang.
I know.
What? Oh, hygiene. I'm gonna just say hygiene to like cover everything about hygiene, you know? I feel like hygiene is so important. That's like a really big ick. I feel like just as much as hair, I feel like that also ties into hygiene as well. To understand. Pause. So, hygiene specifically, hygiene all around, covering every single part. How yourself, your house, anything that you live in, etc., right? I feel like that covers everything, right?
Your car, your home, yeah, absolutely.
Yes, right? You know, like, okay, so you can walk into somebody's house and it's just nasty. For me, that's an ick because I'm dating somebody, right? Walking in this house, just disgusting everywhere, right? If you live in that, I'm messing with you. You gonna treat me like just as much as that. That's how you treat your own belongings, you know? So it's a big ick because it's just like, you gotta look past like deeper than, oh, it's just a dirty house. Deeper than, oh, it's just a dirty car. Deeper than, oh, it's just a sticky person. You know, for me, it's deeper than that. So it's just like automatic ick, cut off, block, deleted. No, I'm not having it. No. Yeah, really big ick because please take care of yourself. Because the better you take care of yourself, the more I'm gonna know you take care of me.
Yeah, and like that kind of goes back to like how were you raised too, right?
Yeah.
So for example, like my oldest brothers are twins.
Mm-hmm.
I'm adopted, right? But they're my adopted mother's real kids. They're the oldest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you, like it's a lot of things I do because I looked up to them, and subconsciously I do it now as an adult. I understand why, because I was always around them, right? When you're around people that are clean,
Yeah.
and do things, you're gonna naturally do things too. Like
Yeah.
my brothers are the ones that taught me how to cook, right? And not like basic meals, like really nice meals for your lady, being courted properly, right? That's like shivers. But the other half of that is like your personal appearance. Like they always show me how to groom myself. They taught me how to cut my own hair. Not only are you always able to keep a clean cut, and mine is, I don't really have a clean cut right now because of the military, but it also showed like it saves you bread and money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what you want at the end of the day. Like they also show me how to detail a car and keep the inside of your car clean, because no woman, I'll tell you, especially your passenger princess, no woman wants to get dirty. You know, outside. So cop. No woman wants to get in a dirty car. No woman wants to. Not if it's their man's car. Now, sometimes women just have their stuff all over the place, but I give them that grace because women, it's like they carry their whole hygiene bag.
I was just gonna say that.
Forget the hygiene bag. Their whole entire bathroom makeup will be in the trunk, and you might see an eyelash or two in the seat. You're like, oh, she was just plucked that joint off. That's okay. What's not okay is when you got your empty Starbucks cups.
Pause real quick. My eyelash is on your microwave.
Okay. Oh yeah. So this girl, let me tell you, I thought it was her friend's eyelash. She had one on the microwave, right? But I also seen one this morning. It was funny because I woke up and I walked past the microwave and it was one on top of the microwave and one in front. I'm like,
stretching on the microwave.
Yeah, and I was like, I thought it was a bug because sometimes like a fly might die. And I'm like, oh, okay, I leave the window open. I don't have a screen, so I'm like, all right, a fly probably flew in here and died. No, it was an eyelash, and I'm like in the kitchen. I said, damn, and I like played with it, put it on my eyelash. I was like, yo, can you fix this for me? I was talking to her friend, and she started laughing and stuff. But other than that, like the point with that is like women, boom, that's how they are in their cars. But not to get off the subject, they also told me about hygiene and washing under your balls and washing your booty hole, like no homo, like a lot of, and your pits. Let me tell y'all, a lot of men, because I used to do this when I was a little kid until they really was like, yo, come here. And I'm like, you need to clean like this, right? A lot of men just lather up on the outside, right? That's it.
You gotta scrub.
You gotta scrub.
You should be losing a lot of skin cells.
Yeah, scrub. Like, not to the point where you're like raw, like, damn, I kind of scrub too
raw.
hard. But it's like those hot spots, that's crazy. Those hot spots are like real important, right, for cleanliness, right? Also, the other half of that is the smells, the grooming, right? Hey, if you got a beard, or even if you don't have a beard, right? If you got a clean face, and please for your men, bro, get some aftershave on there. Spray a little, like a tiny bit of like cologne that is not alcoholic to not break your face out. Lather that joint up and just do this to yourself, right? People that have beards, right? You need to use the proper like leave-in conditioners that have nice smells to it, not just cologne-based beard oils, right? Because you don't want something too thick that's going to cause hair bumps, right? Something that's really light that still smells good. So when you walk past a woman or you give a woman a hug, the first thing she's going to smell is that on your face. She's going to smell the cologne on your neck, and even you rub your wrists together, and that's all the cologne you need. The other half of that, don't put on too much cologne, because men, bro, stop spraying that Axe shit on you, bro. That shit smells
specifically
terrible.
that locker room Axe.
Yo,
everybody
don't do
know what
that.
that locker room Axe is. That basketball 5th grade.
Bro, that's some high school, middle school stuff. I
that shit
never
is
use that.
nasty.
Never use that. What's that? Who's that? Oh, that's a scam call. You can block that. I mean,
Can I answer it? And
yeah. Y'all, scammers been calling me all week.
William Smith,
Honda Civic.
this is Gracie in the warranty department. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.
he go fast as fuck.
He said, who's that? He was Gary something from who?
I don't know. He said something about car, but
Oh, yeah. So sometimes, let me tell you, I got a California area code, right? And
it was Norwalk, California.
something like that. But I have a Los Angeles area code, so a lot of times I know it's a scam call because I don't know anybody else in California with my area code, or anybody with California zip code period. I mean area code period. And whenever they call, most of the time they're calling about my Lexus. They're like, hey, like, you do have extended warranty programs available, or they were like, hey, you're in huge debt. Like, here's a debt consolidation, da 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 da. And I do what she does, or sometimes I just won't say anything at all. And the fact that they know your name and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying, it's weird. So I just give them a hard time because, like, don't call my line. And I wish I could show you that my block list is not from people I don't like. It's all California. All California. It'll be a block, 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 block. One time, I remember as fast as I blocked one number, the next number called. And I said, yo.
Would you like to extend your warranty?
And I told him I don't have warranty. I never had warranty on this car in the beginning. I bought a car that was out of warranty.
This is Jessica. I'm just calling from
I'm the warranty.
From driver's ed.
I have my license.
Would you like to extend your monthly extended warranty? Like, bro, what?
Like, what are you talking about? So sometimes you just gotta like let them cook and listen to them. And a lot of times what I'll do, I'll be like, yes, this is the U.S. Marshal. This is actually recording video number 76544. Oh, thank you. Have a good day. Or sometimes it's like, boop, boop, boop. So, but anyways, yeah, that's cleanliness, right? Like, as a man, right? That is attractive to a woman. 'Cause a lot of times, like, when you get older, y'all, you don't really gotta press a woman. A woman will see how you are from a distance, just how you take care of yourself. It doesn't require no words, no actions. They see how you move, how you take care of your cars, your speech. It's so much with hygiene, man.
That ties into another ick I have.
Cleaning, flossing.
That ties into another ick I have, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, how a man carries himself, right?
Yeah.
So, it's not really that big. I feel like it's one of your petty icks, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so there's like men, right? Some men have this walk on them, right? And it's like one of them like trying too hard walks, you know? Automatic ick, because ew, yuck, disgusting. Like, you don't have to walk like that. Like, you can walk normal, you know? It's just like, it comes off as you're trying too hard, you know?
Right.
And I can't explain that walk, but I feel like you see that walk, you'll know that walk. You know, like
I see that a lot, y'all.
I don't
People that
think
flaunt. They flaunt.
it's a flaunty walk.
And it's typically people that like wear like designer stuff.
Yes.
They drive like flashy stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, my car is it turns heads, right?
It's
But
most likely a dude that drives in a Charger,
a BMW.
or
It's all-
anything super like that though. Like
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, so I get it, and I see that a lot in New York City,
Ick.
like big cities. You'll see that, especially when you go to the club. You just know.
It's an ick because I feel like at first it was never an ick for me, right? I feel like once I started messing with those type of men, it became an ick because they don't carry themselves well, right? If that makes sense. Like, shit look cool. It looks cool on the outside looking in. But once you're on the inside, baby, the grass is really greener on the other side, okay? So, it's why it's an ick now. It was never ick at first until I grew up. Then it became like okay, it's nothing like this. Like, no. So that walk, the little flashy stuff, it's like a red flag. Yeah.
So let's switch from icks. Let's talk about things that we like. Let's say, I don't know, you want to market, right? You're like, I'm single. And it's things that like attract you to a man. Like, what attracts you to a man? Like, if you're just like
physically, or like
it could be anything. You just pick a genre and just like run with it.
I feel like for me, like, I don't be caring about physical appearance. Of course, I don't want no ugly person. If I'm not attracted physically to that person, I'm not gonna want that person, right? But you don't have to be the best looking person in the world, like, like, I have to think you're attractive to an extent. Now, you don't have to be the most attractive person to me, no, but you have to be attractive in some way to me physically, right? But that aside, it'd be more so like personality and mentality. Yeah, so attractive is like how thought process. I feel like thought process is everything, because how a person thinks is so like, it's them, right? It's the rawest form of them, because that's how you think, right? There's so much strength in the mind, so it just be like, it's like that for me, so that's automatically attractive. What else? Personality wise, I'm funny. You have to be funny. If I can't laugh, it's not attractive. I'll just have to sit here and like be serious all the time. Like, you gotta joke with me sometimes, man. That's like, it's so attractive, you know. I think that's I think laughing and like being funny is another form of intimacy as well.
Yeah.
And that's really attractive. So
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna end it on this. I like, first of all, as a man, whatever you're physically attracted to is kind of up. Like, that's always gonna be a debate, right? Because someone might be cute to you, but ugly to somebody else, right? Cool, right? That's what it comes down to preferences. Past that, because I just spoke about like what I like, basically like when I'm like pursuing a woman, right? But besides that, I'm absolutely mental. And one thing about me, when I'm pursuing, because first of all, dating the dating world is woman dominated, right? The men are looking, women are the ones that have the options every single time. Doesn't mean, oh, all these people in my DMs, I can pick whoever. Yes, they can, right? But you gotta be that person that sticks out, and that kind of goes to like maturity and like the mental status, right? So what I do, because I'm not a simp, and that might be up for debate too. I used to be a long time ago. I don't do that anymore, because as I've grown, I know my wealth in a sense of, I know what I bring to the table. I know me. I look at mental, so I always like, when I'm like, hey, this person's cute. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just start doing some background investigations, and I might go through other parties, like, hey, who's she talking to, or you know, is who is pursuing her? Like, is she like an influencer? Is she really famous? Is she attention seeking? Right? That's the biggest thing for me. You can be famous and not attention seeking, and that's the best thing in the world, right? Because you're not looking for anything in particular. You're just living your life. And after that, you know, I'll make my judgments and things like that, and then I will pursue accordingly, but not so hard, like on your dick, like, yo, you want to go out with me? You want to go eat? Like, come on, you want to go see a movie? Like, no. I'll see what your interests are, and then I'll invite you along to that, because women like that, or you're paying attention to what they like, and it's like indirect. Like, let's say, I don't know, old girl likes Chipotle. I'm like, hey, I'm about to go grab some Chipotle, right? Because it's stuff that I'll see, and I'll wait like 2, 3, 4 weeks. Hey, you trying to grab Chipotle with me? Cool. And it's not, I'm taking you on a date. It's, do you want to grab Chipotle with me? The woman that automatically pulls out her card and does not assume that, I appreciate that. Because there are a lot of women out here that automatically expect a man to do that, and off rip, I don't feel that that's correct thing to do. Because one thing about me, you know, I'm pursuing you when that changes. I'm gonna be like, no, put your wallet up. I'm going to do this for you, and I'm going to show you I'm gonna do it for you. But if I'm not, I'm going to tell you that as well. And a lot of men, this is where you simp, and it's indirect. You'll say, hey, let's go grab food together, right? Because you're not planning to pay. And then the bill comes out, the woman looks at you like, I'm expecting you to pay, and the dude will just swipe the card. And I've spoke to dudes before about that. I'm like, hey, what are you expecting out this? Oh, she cute, I'm just trying to smash. Okay, cool. So you want to take her out on a date to court her to smash? No, you ain't got to do all of that, man. You tell her for off rip, this is what I want, right? And you just move like that. Or sometimes you don't even have to. If a woman like you, I promise you, man, the penny's gonna drop. It's not even being cocky. Like, she will do it when she wants to. It's nothing forced. That's one thing about me. I don't force nothing. I like a woman that's the same. Like, you go with the flow. We're seeing how things are moving. And our maturity level is gonna speak a lot. And it's always funny. Let me tell you, always funny, because how I move, 9 times out of 10, it's always like it's a dude that's in the picture type shit, and like she's not feeling them right, and I directly know this. Like, and she'll say, okay, cool, yeah, nah, like, I'm available, like, I'm free. And it doesn't matter if the girl is dating somebody else. Like, she's giving me that attention. That's all the validation I need. She's giving me that attention. And it's like, it's not giving bait, it's like choosy signals. You'll know a woman looking at you, she's going to look at you, better eyes, smile, laugh, joke, whatever the case may be, because she's genuinely interested. Yep. And that's it.
Wow. Such a good video.
Yep. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Y'all know what to do. Because I need my back hurting. I'm old.
Official Dana K.
NTR_Will Smith. And make sure that you post this and like it and subscribe. And another one for your mamas.
Coffee your mama.
Mama! Mommy! 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 All right, y'all. Be safe. Sheesh.